My beloved soul, welcome back. Today, we are going to explore a deeply comforting and powerful truth, trusting God's plan even in those moments when you feel completely alone. There are times in life when the weight of loneliness presses on your heart, and you wonder if God has forgotten you or abandoned your dreams. But hear this: God never leaves us. His plan is always at work, even when the path seems dark and lonely. Stay with me as we uncover why trusting God's plan, especially in solitude, is essential, and how it leads to blessings far beyond what you can imagine. Feeling alone can shake your faith and cloud your vision for the future. It's in these quiet and solitary seasons that God often does His greatest work in us, preparing us, shaping us, and positioning us for breakthroughs. In this video, we'll dive deep into spiritual insights, biblical truths, and practical encouragement to help you hold on to trust and faith when loneliness tries to take hold. Whether you are walking through a season of solitude, waiting, or disappointment, this message will remind you that you are never truly alone. Feeling alone is a deeply human experience, but it often carries spiritual meaning beyond the surface. God sometimes allows seasons of solitude to refine our hearts, build our character, and draw us closer to Him. In the Bible, even great heroes of faith experienced loneliness: David fleeing from Saul, Elijah in the wilderness, Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. These moments are not punishments, they are preparation grounds for greater purpose. Loneliness pushes us to seek God more deeply, to develop an intimate relationship that cannot be shaken by circumstances. Waiting in loneliness can feel like time is standing still, but God is working behind the scenes. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." God's timing is perfect, even when it conflicts with our desires. Waiting builds patience, perseverance, and faith, essential qualities for the blessings He is preparing. This chapter will explore how trusting God's timing deepens your trust in Him and prepares you for His promises. One of the most comforting truths is that God is always with you, even when you feel alone. Psalm 23:4 says, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." This chapter explores God's promise of presence and how to experience His nearness in your loneliest moments. Through prayer, worship, and meditation, you can cultivate an awareness of His presence that brings peace and hope. Solitude is not emptiness, but a fertile ground for growth. God uses these seasons to teach you about yourself, to strengthen your spirit, and to align your heart with His will. This chapter discusses how to embrace solitude as a sacred time of preparation and how it shapes your destiny for greater things ahead. Throughout the Bible, many trusted God fully during times of loneliness. Joseph alone in prison, yet trusting God's plan. Moses in the wilderness, learning to rely on God's guidance. Hannah praying alone before receiving her miracle. These stories inspire us to hold fast to faith, knowing God's plan unfolds even in solitude. Loneliness often brings doubt and fear, but these can be overcome with faith. This chapter provides practical spiritual tools to combat negative thoughts and embrace God's promises. Scriptures, affirmations, and prayer strategies are shared to build a resilient spirit. Trust grows when faith is put into practice. Daily habits such as prayer, reading the Bible, fellowship, and serving others increase your trust in God's plan. This chapter outlines practical ways to cultivate trust even when you can't see the whole picture. While solitude is important, community also plays a vital role. This chapter discusses how to find supportive relationships without losing your spiritual focus. Balance between solitude for reflection and community for encouragement is key to walking through loneliness with faith. Sometimes God's movement is subtle, especially in seasons of loneliness. This chapter teaches you how to recognize signs of His presence and guidance, from answered prayers to unexpected peace and opportunities. Learning to see these signs strengthens trust and hope. As you move forward, embrace the confidence that God's plan is unfolding perfectly, even when you don't see it all. This chapter encourages boldness, faithful prayer, and unwavering trust as you journey ahead. You're not alone. As you walk through life, God's heavenly messengers are with you, guiding, protecting, and fighting unseen battles. So live boldly, pray faithfully, and trust fully.